Day number 14. A little foggy in here, isn't it? Alright, so gotta wait for the plumber show up and give me an estimate. I gotta file a tort claim against the city of Norman, so we'll get into that today and we'll get our exercise in. Potentially in different ways than jogging. I've got to get 3 estimates for a sewer line tap repair. I made a whole series of videos about this about 9-10 months ago, and I had to rent a machine, dig up the alley, dig down about 8 feet and repair a pipe underneath the alley I'm about to show you. So I dug down, fixed the pipe. I've done a lot of plumbing work in my day. Right here where this hole is, this concrete is, that's where I dug down. There's a clean out underneath this gravel right here. So in 2003, the city came through here and replaced this clay pipe sewer line with a 6-inch PVC line. And they reconnected everyone's sewer line from their house. So it came out right here, and they dug a trench right down the middle of the street about 2 feet wide, put their new pipe in, and then everybody's PVC was sticking out of the dirt, right? Well, they collared onto that and went straight down with some flexible, so it's like a fiber core. It's like a rubberized, non-stiff, non-rigid, like PVC pipe. It's real thin. I cut the piece out that was damaged and I saved it, so I can show the court that they installed faulty materials with their people they hired to do it, and they've caused me an injury, and I'm gonna make a claim. So they want you to file a tort claim. I've only filed lawsuits. I've never filed a tort claim. So I hate the fact that the government's trying to force me to go fit inside their box when they caused me damages. So that's been my mental block for 10 months, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm running up against a deadline. So now I've got some plumbers coming out to get an estimate. Get 3 estimates. I'll probably at the end of this I'll put together a video series of my whole situation, how the city, they protected their 6-inch line with this flex core PVC, so that if after they did the job, the flex core PVC would bend and flex instead of damaging their 6-inch pipe. It's super expensive to install. But my pipe wrinkled and cracked and got cuts in it. Roots got in there, clogged up my sewer line, backed up sewage into my backyard. I have, when you get water service from the city, crazy looking mushrooms. When you get water service from the city, you sign an agreement, you sign a contract for service with the city Norman Water. I want to get a copy of that contract. It has to exist somewhere. I mean, in this contract, it is agreed to supply me with services, and part of the service is sewer. And when they install a faulty pipe and I don't have relief to the sewer system, it's not my job to go clean it. It's their job, and they failed to perform underneath that contract. Let me be clear as crystal right here. So I'm only talking about the part of the sewer line that is owned and maintained by the city. So my position is the tap that they installed from my existing pipe to their pipe was purchased by them, installed by their agents. So they own it. They touched it last. They own it. That's their pipe. Any clogs in that area are the responsibility of the city, the owner, the person who installed it. We'll file the request for the document, the contract with the city of Norman for water and sewer services. I gotta say, making this video about the tort claim is giving me fuel to motivation to act on it. So when I talk about doing something, and I'll go see the city and talk to him, I'll get it on film. So I just got a call from the plumber. He should be here in a minute to give me an estimate. I'll see if he objects to being put on film, and we'll try to record some of that so you can see how it goes. getting me all riled up. Time to file a tort claim, lawsuit, small claims court, you know. At least I'll get some attention. But, you know, another reason it's taken me 10 months to do this is because, you know, you don't want to take a crap in your own backyard. If you do that, then guess what? Retaliation. Let's send the code enforcement over. Send the dog catcher over. All right, so we're jogging to Main Street because we got the plumber coming, and we can't go to the wilderness today. So it's a half a, let's see, 3/4 of a mile to the tracks. So that's what our video is going to be about today. Sorry these videos get so long, but if I say it once, I'll say it 10 times. Making this vlog helps me distract my mind from the discomfort of running. I like how they redid the sidewalks here. It's real nice. So maybe tomorrow, I don't want to make promises, maybe I'll go jog through the homeless area. It's kind of a dirt road and not too far from my house. I can show you where they sleep by the creek, back behind my storage unit. They break into fences and they set up their little homeless encampments, and they do drugs and sleep out there. They crap in the woods like a bear. Anybody see that yesterday? You think it was funny? It was at the end of the video. Probably nobody saw it. All right, so we're going. All right, we're to the tracks. So there's north, there's south. Down there, that's the Norman depot, train depot. Hey, anybody looking for an old guy in a blue Chevy Chevette picking up bricks? I could probably help you out with that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so hey, let's go get on the sunny side of things here. So I got off on a tangent, but you know, I'm not happy with having to spend $3,000 or $4,000 digging up my alley and replacing my sewer line because they didn't do it right. So, man, look at this guy's car. It's all tore up. Nope, green light. Things are not fine. Woo, getting across this road's fine. Jaywalking. All right, I committed a misdemeanor today. I feel good about it. Anyway, that's a joke. In case I've got a case before a judge and he's watching my video saying, oh, this guy commits misdemeanors every day. How's it going, buddy? I got to exercise. So, yeah, I'm going to stop and talk to that guy, but he probably don't want to be on camera. Looks like a bunch of horse crap fell on the ground, but yeah, it's a mushroom cluster. Oh, so much of what I've been talking about is a bunch of mind dribble. You know, just stuff I get out here and get agitated talking to myself. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I just started doing it 2 weeks ago. But anyway, it helps me get through the run. I'm almost back to the house and I'm feeling fine. What do I want to talk about? All right. You know, did I accomplish anything by talking about the problems I see in our country with the government or with policing? No, I didn't accomplish anything. All I did is get myself riled up. So I'll probably cut a lot of that out of the video, but I think I had some good points. So this is my neighbor's shop, Compton Heat and Air, and he needs this this bracket welded up. So I'm gonna tote my welder over here.
And the city came in and put a new 6-inch or I don't know how big it is, 10-inch PVC line through here, and they had a camera through here, and they could see a root ball coming out of the tap, hanging down in the sewer line. They're like, we're not gonna fix that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they're like, well, it could be 12 feet up and on your property where the problem is, it needs to be repaired, so we're not gonna touch it.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, it's like y'all guys were the last ones to touch it, so.
My position is, when I had the line put into the tap, if I had done all the work to the tap, then I'm responsible all the way to the tap because I did it. But my line was to the tap, and they came and cut my line, and they replaced the part, and the part they replaced broke. Damn it. It failed. So that's not on me.
Right.
If they come and do substandard work and they hit the pipe with their backhoe when they're refilling it and leave gashes in it, and then roots get in there, it takes them 17 years to get there, find the moisture because it's straight drop.
Yeah.
I talked to them like, well, we don't warranty stuff for 20 years. I'm like, well, it takes that long for the damage to get found by the tree roots.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's one of those things we'll have to really just expose it, dig it all up,
and
then see exactly where it is and come up with our best guess of where it came from.
Yeah. Well, I need a price to fix it because whether they pay for it or I pay for it, it's got to be fixed.
Right.
Well, the first time they came out, I had a problem, and they just back flushed it. They'd say, oh, we don't have a camera, it's broken right now. So I snaked it from there, snaked it in and fixed the problem. It was backing up.
Right.
So I snaked it from that. Well, actually, I dug down, installed that cleanout so I could snake it because there was a problem. I knew there was a problem. I just didn't know what, and I couldn't reach from the house. I had a plumber out here. He ran a snake all the way from the house, all the way far as he could get, and he broke one of his machines because it was such a long run. So I installed the cleanout there, installed the cleanout here, and then I snaked it from there. But then it happened again, and they came out and they had the camera fixed, and they ran it back, and they said there's a big root ball. You can see the picture is like a beard hanging out about the 4-inch PVC. And so I was getting no relief. They refused to snake it. They refused to do anything to help me. They said, this is not our problem, it's your problem. And I was like, well, my tap's right here on the property line, and the plug is between my property line and the main, and you're refusing to help me out with relief in the easement. I feel like that is total breach of contract of services.
Yeah, I mean, I get it both ways.
Well, I understand too. I understand where the city's coming from. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
But their attorneys are like, hey, it'd be cheaper for us just to refuse everything and then have to pay these tort claims because some people will fix it themselves, than to go through and redo everybody's tap and admit that we screwed up and didn't put it in right.
That's typical city. They don't want to. Yeah. They don't want to admit their faults or pay for their faults.
Oh, I know.
Oh, here it comes.
Back down in Irving, I used to live down there. I had problems with their line. They come out, they did all kinds of work to get me relief. It's like, yeah, well, we have to give you relief. That's part of our job as a supplier of services. You pay us, we give you, I'm paying them every month. They have to supply me with contracted services. Man, I feel like they cut corners. I don't know. I mean,
feel like they did
they hired
too,
a contractor, the lowest price or whatever.
Norman usually, though, is pretty lax about everything. I mean, I was doing a sewer line over there off of Flood, and it's over there by the on-cue, right off of Flood.
Yeah.
It was right off that corner, and I was working with the city workers, the sewer line workers, and that main was 10 feet deep, and no kind of shoring, no nothing. They were like, yeah, just get down in there, fixed his riser and everything, the tap, and it was good to go. Norman's usually pretty lax about everything. It was not too long ago, actually. There was another guy, Norman. His name was Jay Bird. We did a sewer line for him. He lives right in front of a school. They did a sidewalk at the school, and we cambered it from the manhole, snaked it and everything. And I was like, man, you might want to get in touch with the people who ever did this sidewalk. Like, they're probably at fault for this. And he ended up doing that, and they ended up paying for the repairs and everything. So
for a sewer line?
Because whenever they did the sidewalk, they were driving all the machinery over it and stuff.
Oh.
And his sewer line wasn't
very deep.
No, and it dropped it. And also there was a clean out right next to the sidewalk that they had dropped concrete in and stuff. That was another
terrible
part of this issue. Yeah. And so they ended up paying for it. So I hope that the city will end up paying this for you. My supervisor will have you an estimate within today or tomorrow.
All right, it's cool. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Well, the plumber's just left and had a good conversation with the guy. So yeah, I've only got a mile and a half in. It's not enough. So I said I'll go jog by the homeless people tomorrow. Well, let's just go do it now. Okay, so we're coming up on the backside of my storage. And you can see something's been driving out here. All right, there's my storage unit right there, behind those trees. And back in here is where people tend to habitate. Cut through my fence right there. One time they were sleeping between the building and the fence. And then over here you can see this is worn down from people walking on it. Oh, look at there, they cut a new hole in the fence. How about that? Didn't know that was there. Looks like they come off in here. Down here in the creek. I don't see anybody down there. Somebody used to sleep right here, I remember. I have to tell Steve about that new hole in the fence. Yeah, and they cut this big old hole in the fence. This, yeah. They're totally going in and out here. No respect for anything. So, they cut a hole in the fence. They've been messing with my stuff back here. I haven't seen anything. But that's definitely a hole in the fence. Alright, I'll tell Steve about that. You can kind of see a trail. There's no trail in here, so they're not messing around right there. But let's look over here. I passed a little campsite. I didn't see anybody in there. Whoa. Stepped on a mouse. Yeah, what's going on in here? Yeah, they jumping the fence right there. This looks like it's lived in. People are currently sleeping here. They climb over the fence. What are they doing in there? Private property. Yeah. Here's somebody's little spot. Yeah, so here's a homeless camp. Currently occupied, apparently. Whew. All right, let's get our run in. All right, back on trail, man. Shoo. This bridge is kind of cool. Boingy, bongy, bongy. I remember a year or two ago, I came this way. Some woman was out here screaming at me. Like she wanted me to come over there and talk to her or something. Doesn't look like they're over here anymore. All right, let's go cross country. Through the ditch, up the hill, through the trees. Trying to find a trail. Oh, man. All right. What does John Denver say? On the road again? You're such a nerd. Why are you singing on this vlog? Shut the hell up before I click to the next video. I don't give if you're on the road again. Well, come on, man. Comedy, guys. Some comedy. What'd you stop for? You ain't done. Get to stepping. All right, let's go. Here we go. State property. No trespassing. Wow. That's a really strict sign. I mean, I'm basically committing another misdemeanor. What kind of crap is that? I mean, I understand why they're doing it. There are people living out here, right here by the food bank, Food for Friends. And then all those little cottages over there, that's for people that lost their house or something. I never go this way, but I'll go this way and find out. So this little house right here was for sale a while back. Probably went pretty cheap considering the area it's in. This little house right here. I mean, it's super small. It's like basically a shed. That was for sale. And then there's another little house right there. Look at that. All right, having trouble getting my water in today. There it is. I'm not doing too good. It's only 11 though, so I'm losing. I want to get rid of that. Getting there. All right, end of day 14. 2 weeks down. Let's go.